What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror film review. Today we're going to talk about one that I barely even see any reviews on, Bay Coven, also known as Bay Cove. It was released under, just by Morrissey Entertainment, October 25th, 1987. Produced by Michael Rhodes, written by uh, R. Timothy King, and directed by Carl Schenkel, who also did other films like All Warts, Night Moves, Tarzan and the Lost City, and The Mighty Quinn, to name a few. So this is a TV movie from 1987. A lot of big stars from that area and that time. Well, TV stars, and this was a TV movie, so it has quite the cheap look and feel to it. But oh boy, does this film entertaining! There's not really much to the story though for this film. Bay Coven. Well, you meet a young couple who are looking to get out of their urban surroundings, and from some friends of theirs who bought a house in the country, they decided the same but buy it on this island called Bay Coven. And once they move there, they get this weird sense that something's off. At least the wife does. And yeah, so they move into this old house, and the old owner, who's a widow, actually moves into like the small house at the back, which is odd. And then, but as they were going through the tour of the place, they find like this weird book that has a pentagram in it, and they see all these random signs that are completely obvious what's going on, but them and their friends are so oblivious to it and stuff, which makes it a little more funny and humbling watching this movie. Go on, and weird things start happening to their friends, and they start getting killed off, and they can't figure out why. Then eventually, they slowly start piecing things together to realize that Bay Coven is actually a town filled with witches, a witch coven, which explains why most of them have the graveyard hasn't been filled in since 19 or 1700s and stuff. So they live for basically immortality through the devil, and yeah, it's quite the entertaining film. It's not scary by any means. It's just weird and dark and odd, but it has a really fun, good atmosphere to it. There's always something entertaining and cheesy going on, and yeah, it keeps your attention. And as you go through with these characters through this different events. Most of it's so obvious, but obviously these characters are dumbed down to the point where they absolutely do not see anything, and I think they purposely did that, which made it even more entertaining to see the shock value that they have, that there's witches and stuff, and how in denial some of them can be, and it was really pleasing. Now there wasn't very much special effects in this film. There's a couple explosions which look cool and that, but for the most part, this is more of a horror drama type film. It's very dramatic and relies more on the performances of the actors than what's actually being shown, and they do it pretty well. The older covenant that's there of the witches all did a fabulous job and stuff, and most of the acting is really superb in this, actually. The cinematography, you tell it was made for TV. It has a really cheap, overlit sort of feel to it, and it definitely felt like it was made in the 80s. But there is a lot of funny little aspects, like her friend comes to visit and he's catching on, so his car randomly accidentally goes in reverse and drives his Jeep off in reverse over a cliff and stuff like that. There's some really funny moments in that, whether it's intentional or not. I found that really enjoyable, but I wish there was more dark, creepier aspects to the film, which made it even more. But for what it is, it's an entertaining, fun watch, and I'd recommend it. It's good one. It's good for beginners too. Don't expect to be super creeped out or anything, but if you like films and witchcraft and stuff, this is one of the more fun, entertaining ones you could watch. Just don't take it too seriously. So I'm gonna give Bay Coven, or Bay Cove, 3.5 out of 5. If they made it a little more darker, maybe put some more creepier witch demonic stuff into it, it would have got a higher rating for me. But I still think it was better than what most people are saying about it online. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. There's a trailer link down below, like always, if it sounds like something you're interested in. Also, link down below is my Instagram, as far as post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You have the film title, hashtag subgenre a film and a hashtag as well, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox is down below at RP Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films I'm going to review. So follow me on one of those two platforms and look at this channel. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. Also, if you have any other films or film franchises in any genre, any decade, I'll check out anything. So that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. Try my best to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them in the future. And yeah, so make sure you subscribe, because hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and all that you probably never thought of checking out together, like this, somewhat like this, and classic films, reviews on classic films, pop films coming out, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell, because we got more B-movie, horror movie schlock coming. So I think the next one I'm going to check out is a La Llorona type film called The Cry from 2006. Don't know anything about it, but it's in a DVD set I have that I thought I should check out. So that'll probably be the next one. So make sure you tune in for that, ring that bell, and watch out for all those crazy witch covens that are in our looking around in our suburbs and our areas. They're always trying to take over things, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.